All right, ladies and gentlemen, attention back up in this direction, please. Welcome the Human Therapeutic Cloning Group.
Good morning, my name is Elizabeth. I'm Hannah Gibbons.
I'm Tristan Smythe. I'm Kevin.
I'm Baker. And our topic is human therapeutic cloning. Human therapeutic cloning is the transfer of nuclei from one cell to another to make stem cells. Stem cells can come in the form of adult stem cells, either somatic or embryonic cells. This process arose in 1952 with Robert King's transfer of a frog's nucleus and has recently developed to use in humans with repairing damaged organs, treating diabetes and Parkinson's disease, and with the bone marrow transplants. The advantages of using human therapeutic cloning is that the process helps reduce the wait list for organ transplants from the use to replenish the organs. And it also eliminates the risk of cells being rejected from the host because of the fact that it uses host DNA instead of some other individuals, and it would be recognized as a host cell. Our group is asking for $245,000 in grant money to educate the public to further inform them of human therapy cloning and clear some misconceptions that they've been.
There are many current actions currently being taken to increase or necessarily decrease the amount of human therapeutic cloning research being active. Although in 2009, a bill was passed to allow a lot more public government funding to the process of human therapeutic cloning. However, this does not reach every individual state, as there are 5 states in particular that do not allow human therapeutic cloning whatsoever. Those states are Arkansas, Michigan, Indiana, North and South Dakota. Virginia also has certain laws about human therapeutic cloning, but just believe that they are governed individually by the region. Right now, there are no public sort of actions being taken, such as fundraisers for this, that are making much success in the field. But we plan to change that with this, as we want to educate the public on how this process can be so beneficial to human life.
So I've stated in my group, and I would like to focus on educating the public on human therapeutic cloning and expanding their knowledge on how the process works. And we believe that this issue must be addressed due to the fear and lack of understanding of this particular topic in the public, and that it's important for the public to be aware of the benefits that human therapeutic cloning can provide. Right now, it's hard to get a lot of money and donations to do research and further studying on this topic, mostly because the public is against the idea. And that's mainly because they aren't really sure of what human therapeutic cloning actually is and what it's capable of doing. And this is why we want to hold large groups inform them about human therapeutic cloning to get them more interested in this particular field. And human therapeutic cloning is basically taking the nucleus from somatic cells to replace an egg and form an embryo that stem cells can be taken from. And these stem cells have the potential to treat all diseases in the body, organs, and tissues. So if we can get across to the public how human therapeutic cloning can actually help save lives, we might be able to start getting donations in order to fund and further the research and study on human therapeutic cloning.
The main issue with human therapeutic cloning is the use and destruction of embryos. There are two more questions that need to be asked. Whether or not an embryo is considered like a person. Some people believe that an embryo is a person when the sperm cell meets with the egg cell and starts to grow, but some people believe that an embryo doesn't have a baby is born. Because of the different views, we want to educate the public on how human therapeutic cloning works. Also, there are many benefits to human therapeutic cloning. By the embryonic stem cells become pluripotent, which means that they can give rise to new stem cells. And the stem cells can be used to make organs, to repair tissues, and even cure diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer.
I'd like to begin by pointing out that there's an error on my slide. The office space is not supposed to be $32,500, it is supposed to be $15,000, bringing our total from $262,500 back down to $245,000. So, as stated before, the office space, we will budget $15,000 towards the office space, which will cover about 1,000 square feet of office space. And we're going to use that to run our campaign out of. Also, we are going to spend $20,000 on company transportation and travel because a large part of our campaign requires us to travel and spread knowledge about human therapeutic cloning to large groups, so that requires travel expenses. Also, we need a spokesperson to speak to the company in an organization in pretty much everything we do, so we will budget $45,000 to pay them an annual salary. Also, we have many ads that will go out to the country to spread word of human therapeutic cloning, and that includes national radio ads and local television ads. Our local television ads are going to have, we will be spending $37,500 on our local television ads, and on our radio ads that broadcast nationally, we'll spend $30,000. We will also hire a biomedical researcher for $65,000, and he or she will travel around the United States and talk to groups about human therapeutic cloning, because when you're a scientist and you have PhDs, I guess people listen to you more than if you're just a normal person, so he obviously knows what he's talking about. Also, that covers it all. And thank you.
In conclusion, human therapeutic cloning is a process in which the somatic nucleus, or the nucleus of a somatic cell, is used to replace the nucleus of an egg, thus producing an embryo from which stem cells can be extracted. These stem cells can be used to directly treat many diseases in all body organs and tissues. Also, scientists use human therapeutic cloning to clone disease cells. They do this in order to extract disease stem cells, which they can then put into petri dishes and allow to self-generate, providing them with a never-ending supply of cells to use in the testing of new medical treatments. There are many benefits, like these, of human therapeutic cloning. There are also several issues that hinder the process and its development. The main issues are the controversy over the destruction of embryos, as said, also the lack of funding for further research that restrict the process, and the public's fear and lack of knowledge about the topic. We want to focus on this last issue. We want to explain to the public what human therapeutic cloning really is and how it can benefit the human race. We plan on doing this by releasing ads on public radio and television. We also want to hire a scientist who specializes in human therapeutic cloning to speak at public seminars and high school classrooms across the country. We believe that if we take these steps, there will be an increase in donations towards the funding for more research and more favorable legislation. In order to properly educate the public and increase research, we need your help. Are there any questions?
You said you're gonna hire a biomedical scientist, for talking. Is that all he's gonna do? Because that seems like a lot of school going to just be. I mean, is he gonna have any kind of research needs or sheets or something?
We're hiring them to be a speaker, and they're being paid money to be a speaker.
You said that you wanted to make people aware of the benefits of the human therapeutic cloning, but you didn't actually really say what the benefits are. Like, have there been any breakthroughs that have been made by using this, or anything, really big that has come from it?
There were a couple instances, I believe I read, where they can take sex cells and somatic cells and use them to use the nuclei from within those to regrow organs, such as, say, a liver or something. They use those, they take sex cells and use them to reproduce and possibly regrow organs for people without the use of the gun.
And this would also, as mentioned earlier, would reduce the wait time for organ transplants because they would need as much. And it also can, with the treatment of the disease of Parkinson's and diabetes, it can assist with the secretion of hormones.
I'm not sure if we explained exactly. Stem cells are cells that can become almost any other type of body cell. So that's what's being used in treatments they're coming up with. And it's actually already being used in several treatments for cancer.
I don't know. So you were saying that you're going to use national ads, local ads, advertising, and whatnot. I'm just curious as to why you're not the only one that's done this. Why aren't we looking at Twitter and Facebook? How do you guys get your information? A lot of our students and children that I know get all their information from Twitter, sadly. But that is, general population, that's where it's at right now.
Well,
Talk about that.
if you look at, also, if you think about how many people do you, or I'm sure many people personally, if you ever listen to a radio station, by the end of the day, you could probably recite several of the ads that are on there that are annoying and pestering. And even if our ad is annoying and pestering to some people, it still will raise their awareness of human therapeutic cloning. All it takes is putting the information out there, and radio stations and television are still, I'd say, the main media. People use Instagram and Facebook, but I know personally I skip over the ads.
Do you listen to it?
Yes, I do.
I would say you're probably not.
Yes, I do listen to radio, and it may not be normal radio, but Spotify. If you listen to Spotify or Pandora, there are always those really annoying ads that pop up, and I can recite virtually all of them. I am well versed in activities.
There's also a lot of the misconceptions about this actually came from social media. So if we actually go to the classrooms of high schools and explain to them, there might be less misconceptions than if we put it on social media.
Very good.